Hi guys, welcome back. It's Karen from Farm Free Fiber. I'm late as usual. It just seems to be how it goes. I've just accepted it now. That's just what it is. It's too hard to get the videos done on the weekends while you have a 5-year-old. By the time the house was quiet enough for me to film, the light was gone, and I don't know if you remember, last week I showed you Ewe So Glamorous in winter, and the winter is a difficult color to capture on the camera anyways, and if the light's good you really won't get an idea. So I really wanted to make sure you could see the gradient well, so I just waited, and I thought about filming it on Friday so that it would be ready to go, but I wanted to get as far as I could on the project before I filmed it. So anyways, right, so last week I showed you Ewe So Glamorous in winter. Ewe So Glamorous is my new base. It is 84% superwash wool, 16% stellina, silver stellina. Let me just talk briefly about the base. So I've really liked knitting with it. It's been a while since I've knit with anything that wasn't merino, and if you know your fibers, you'll know that merino is quite a springy fiber. It's quite an elastic fiber. It's almost like if you picture a fiber of merino, it's almost like a little coil. It's so curly, and that gives quite a bit of stretch and quite a bit of spring, making it quite light and quite elastic. I don't know how else to describe it. But the Ewe So Glamorous is superwash wool. It is not merino, and you can tell while you're knitting with it. That's not a bad thing. I mean, it's a different thing, but it drapes. It feels almost, the superwash wool is less, I mean, you're never going to get a perfectly straight fiber, but it's more of a wavy fiber instead of that tight coil that you'll get on merino. So you get a less elastic knit. So better for shawls, better for the drape, but better for if you want things to drape off your shoulders and to hang nicely, then you want something like a superwash wool and not a merino. Merino is great for socks because you want your socks to be elastic and stay on your feet. But for shawls, you can't beat the drape of a wool or of a. There's some wools in particular that drape really nicely, like Blueface Leicester, or BFL it's often called, is really well known for having a really nice drape. So that's why a lot of people will buy BFL when they're looking for a shawl. But anyways, back onto my shawl. So I decided that I was going to do a little shawlette with this yarn, and I decided that I was going to do it as I went. I'm making up the pattern as I go. So that's part of why it's not done, because when I'm making up patterns, I have to stop and think and make decisions, and I get stuck sometimes. You know, I got to think it out for a day or two before I press forward. So I'll show you, this one is about halfway finished. So my plan was, here we go, plan was that I was going to have the teal, the blue-gray stockinette stitch until we hit the gray, the blue, did I say blue-gray? I meant blue-green. Anyways, so until we hit the gray, and then when we hit the gray, we're changing to a lace stitch. And the lace is a work in progress. That's going to take me a little while to finish, but you can see the nice gradient in the stockinette stitch. That's the word I'm looking for, stockinette. And I wish you could see it better. There's a really subtle sparkle here. It's really hard to capture on the camera, but yeah, I've been pretty happy with this yarn, and I'm really happy with the color. I'm partway through dyeing more of this color on this base. If you like this color but you can't wait for this base, I do have some up on the Thanks for Mutton, which is the merino nylon blend. It's up on my Etsy site. There's also a double sock blank. If you felt like you wanted socks that were like this, then you could have 2 gradient socks. But this particular base will be up in a couple of days. I don't know. I think that's all I've got to say about that right now. Again, I'm going to keep pressing forward with this, and I'll try to check in a about a week, I'll try to check in and see if I can show you guys this finished and see if I can show you a couple of other things. I do have some new colors up on my Etsy site, and there should be a shop update coming up soon. I'm just having the stuff photographed now, so check it out, and check back later. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and whenever there's an update, that's where I post them. Okay, so thanks for coming by, guys, and again, I'll check in when I got a bit more done on this shawl. Okay, bye.